Yes, sir. Now, if y'all notice that in my videos, I have a little music playing. Sometimes it's jazz, sometimes it's classical. You know, but I got a video with some hip hop in it, Rakim and Public Enemy, and I got videos with well, I'm gonna put some videos with Tupac, because I liked the Tupac. I liked the X Clan. You know, X Clans was hitting hard. You know, uh, so but most of my videos got soothing type music in it, jazz. Why is that? Jazz is for thinking, meditating, and concentrating. Uh, Classical music, the black man invented classical music. The Moors invented classical music. Uh, when the Moors was in Spain in the 1700s, classical music. Uh, Music, period, was invented by us. We pause it for a second. Yeah, music was invented by the black man. Since we were the first on this planet, we the originator of everything. Looking at us now, in this condition that we are in now, it's hard to fathom that we were the originators of science, technology. But how many times you think the world ended or systems ended? You got some indication of that in the Bible when they say Noah's Ark, and then you got Lot, you know, and then you got Egypt, you know. All these represents worlds in a period of time where they were ruling the planet or parts of the planet. And then you got the legendary Atlantis, you know. All these were black men. So, periods of time, you have different languages. We went under many different names, you know. So, we had many different names and that we went by. So, we are now in a state of confusion because we're when we argue with each other, we're talking about different periods of time. You know, that's why in a way we are, you know, we're saying the same thing, but we are not saying exactly the same thing as another brother or another group is saying it, because they in one period of time. Just like the Moors, they were in the period. Their fame came. They've been here for a minute, but with the wars with the Crusaders, you know, and the Moors conquered Spain, uh, or Europe really, and ruled Europe for 700 years. See, a lot of Science came from the Moors around that time. And the Europeans, the Caucasian, he hadn't been too long got out the caves. He was living in the Dark Ages, you know. So he invented Christianity, you know, to counteract what the Moors was doing. And plus, you know, they were tribal, and the Jews, they were close to Islam in their cultural practices. But the Jews invented Christianity. You know, they are masters of psychology and trickery. They were the first to come out the caves and to study up under Moses. You know. So y'all young brothers don't know nothing about that, and y'all can't chronicleize history in the proper way, because it's given to you fragmentized. You know, they fragmented the history, keep you off balance all the time, and quarreling against each other because everybody want to be right. You know, all the time. So y'all locked in the past with strategy and methodology. And to now y'all just confused. So at this moment, the beast is still fighting among themselves. The tribes are still fighting on who's going to control. So if you knew there's a wonderful opportunity, just like we had in Detroit when we had the beast on the run for 20 years, but we didn't take advantage of it because too much of the beast was in our people, and we started turning on each other, stealing with each other, stealing from each other, and in Detroit you see the results of that when you drive through the city. But it's not too late for us to come together. Osiris, come together. This is my command. Black light.